Greetings to members of the Peaked Hill Trust. Each year in this report, I review our annual accomplishments and membership and residency growth, share program highlights, and provide an overview of our organizational structure for our new friends. Central to PHT's mission is the goal of providing time and space in the Dune Colony to the community at large through an annual lottery, as well as creators and makers through juried residency programs. Our mission is predicated on the belief that low-impact living in the unique beauty and solitude of the Peaked Hill Bars is of intrinsic value to all people. This year, we are especially excited to report that the Cape Cod National Seashore granted us a long-awaited 10-year lease. Our membership body increased by 14%, indicating the value and importance of our residencies. Students visited the shacks, bringing our educational programming to 4 New England schools. An exhibition of the residency programs was enthusiastically attended at Truro Center for the Arts at Castle Hill. Hazel Hawthorne's novel Salt House was reissued by Provincetown Arts Press. Most importantly, volunteers continue to be the backbone of our organization, ensuring annual shack maintenance and caretaking. Their work is done with precision, care, and excellence. PHT's calendar is 24 weeks long, May through October. 84 shack weeks are awarded to PHT community members, 12 weeks to arts and science residents, 12 weeks to Oak Ark residents, 12 weeks to volunteer caretakers. In all, 120 shack weeks are occupied each season. The Trust manages 5 of the park's 18 dune shacks: Euphoria, Thalassa, Zara, Boris, also known as Margot Gelb, and Ray Wells. The shacks are managed by volunteers, including 15 board of directors and 10 board of advisors who provide governance, 12 caretakers who provide transportation and shack orientation, 5 maintenance and 5 interior captains who physically maintain the shacks, and 12 utility captains who manage water pumps, privies, gas, solar, the PHT truck, supplies, fire safety, and PHT merchandise. Over the past 10 years, the Trust averaged 1,249 volunteer hours annually. Part-time staff manage PHT's operation and include the executive director, administrative coordinator, and bookkeeper. In 2025, PHT enjoyed a 14% increase in membership, counting 875 active members versus 763 in 2024. Memberships are renewed annually by December 31st. To participate in the PHT Community Lottery, members must be current. The lottery system is designed in such a way that members who don't receive a shack move up on the assignment list each year to ensure an increased likelihood of receiving a shack with each annual application. In 2025, we received 729 lottery applications. A total of 84 community residencies were awarded. PHT manages 2 juried residency programs. The Outer Cape Artists in Residence Consortium, Oak Ark, was founded by the Cape Cod National Seashore and comprises 4 nonprofits: the Fine Arts Work Center, Provincetown Art Association and Museum, Truro Center for the Arts at Castle Hill, and the Peaked Hill Trust. Each year, Oak Ark awards creative residencies at the Boris Shack. In 2025, this program received 39 applications. 6 2-week residencies were awarded to a sculptor, videographer, writer, theater artist, photographer, and singer-songwriter. PHT's Arts and Science program is designed to encourage a broad sweep of creative projects over 12 weeks in each of the 5 PHT shacks. In 2025, this program received 42 applications. 8 individual 1- and 2-week residencies were awarded to an audio documentarian, geologist, animation visual artist, multimedia artist, designer, writer sound artist, and sculptor. In addition, 3 school residencies were awarded. 2 2-week residencies offer scholarships to finalists with express financial need, and PHT promotes its programming to cultural and arts organizations that represent a diverse multicultural community. In 2025, the Peaked Hill Trust hosted an exhibition at Truro Center for the Arts at Castle Hill, an Oak Ark partner, to highlight and celebrate our 2 residency programs. Featuring work by residents from 2023 and 2024, the evening was a wonderful success and featured painting, videography, poetry, literature, and music. Appreciation to Oak Ark Chair Maura Coughlin and Nicholas Nobley, our new chair of PHT's Arts and Science program. A special recognition to Janet Whalen, who managed Oak Ark for 30 years. Each year, students from the Provincetown IB School and Nauset Regional High School receive two-week residencies in PHT Dune Shacks. Additionally, the Nauset Middle School now receives 1 week, and students from Cheshire Academy continue to visit the shacks annually in the fall. This year, 24 Provincetown students, 8 fifth graders, 8 sixth graders, 8 eighth graders participated in 1- and 2-day workshops in cultural and natural history, physical education, visual arts, and math at the Ray Wells Shack. Appreciation to Nancy Flasher and the teachers and community mentors listed here. In 2025, a record 85 students, grades 9 to 12, participated in hands-on workshops at Zara's Shack. Faculty and students from the science and art and photography departments participated and hiked to Zara's for this unique experience. Appreciation to Lise and her faculty team. The Nauset Regional Middle School program is managed by educators Lise Nielsen, Jacqueline Puffer, and Patricia Warren. Unfortunately, due to inclement weather, this program had to be canceled this year but will resume in 2026. Students from the Off-Cape IB High School at Cheshire Academy in Connecticut returned to the Cape this fall to study the dunes and learn more about Hazel Hawthorne, a notable pioneer dune dweller. Curated by educator and writer Allison Bass-Riccio, 8 project interns and a chaperone visited Euphoria and Thalassa. They were offered a guided presentation by Geneviève Martin, who lived at Thalassa for many years and knew Hazel Hawthorne. In the spring of 2025, Provincetown Arts Press celebrated a book launch at the Commons for Hazel Hawthorne's novel, Salt House, originally published in 1934. Many thanks to Allison for initiating this reissue. Each PHT shack is managed and maintained by volunteer captains, and their work is a labor of love and attention to detail that keeps the legacy of the Dune Shacks alive. The following is a summary of shack improvements over the past year. Thalassa received significant upgrades this year, including a new well and a roof on its waterfront privy. Thalassa's existing privy, paper thin and at the risk of being engulfed by a surrounding dune, was first elevated 2.5 feet before the application of a new roof. Many thanks to Team Privy, Jody Melander, Bo Babineau, Sarah Mannion, and Eric Tarvin. The well at Thalassa failed early in the season and was the focus of many volunteer efforts to relocate and restart. With the guidance of various dune dwellers, including PHT alum Bill Fitz, volunteers, and a helpful neighbor in Josiah Mayo, the PHT team was able to successfully restore water to Thalassa in the final weeks of the season with a hand auger post-hole digger to the tune of the Beverly Hillbillies theme song. Huge thanks to Jody Melander, Dave Karen, Larry Franke, David Agger, George LeBone, Noah Klausmeyer, Dennis Clark, and everyone else who helped us solve this one, and to Thalassa captains Geneviève Martin and George LeBone. Euphoria has benefited from continued diligent maintenance, notably the construction of a handsome 100-year-old table, the installation of a new wood-burning stove, privy painting, fence and window repairs, and some well refurbishing. In 2026, Euphoria will receive a major upgrade, which was originally scheduled for this year. These essential improvements will include a new floor, foundation stabilization, new shingles, and a roof, completing the final renovation phase for all of our 5 shacks. Many thanks to Euphoria captains Nat and Terry Bull. Ray's received continued sanding and painting of windows and countertops, hypoallergenic comforters, upgraded cookware, new Adirondack chairs, and a vintage writing desk. Gratitude to Toby Everett, window and shutter superhero, Maura Coughlin, Lise Nielsen, Mary Ellen Serena, George LeBone for their generous assistance. 2025 was a good year for Boris, with no major improvements needed other than the steady maintenance provided by Shack team David Agger and Sharon Rule-Agger. Zara is holding steady as well. 2025 maintenance improvements included securing front railing posts, replacing a front step, and securing a shower pole, woven shower, and shelf. Many thanks to Dennis and Casey Clark and Desiree Clark. All shacks benefited from improved privy trays. The newly installed percolation beds are stainless steel so mice can't penetrate, and the trays will not deteriorate. All of this courtesy of the amazing Nat Bull. The National Park Service is ultimately responsible for decisions on the use of park shacks, the surrounding landscape, and the protection of the historic district. The park approves major PHT shack renovations and advises PHT on efforts to mitigate erosion, including beach access and rerouting of pathways. We are pleased to share that in 2025, the Cape Cod National Seashore and the Peaked Hill Trust signed a 10-year lease. This lease period began June 1, 2025, and secures PHT's stewardship of our 5 existing shacks for the next decade. While this development provides new stability for our programming, it also increases our annual rent to the park by 50%. The Trust is currently reviewing ways to absorb this new financial challenge while also continuing to offer shack residencies at affordable rates. We will extend a target annual appeal letter to our membership and pursue fiscal forecasting efforts, and will contemplate an incremental increase to our shack rates, especially during the summer high season. The National Seashore Partners Program, of which PHT is one, meets 3 times annually and is comprised of 17 regional partners to discuss potential co-initiatives and brainstorm on common issues. Trust priorities for 2026 are in development. Initiatives include continued shack maintenance and completion of Euphoria stabilization and upgrade, targeted annual appeal and fundraising to support the new 10-year lease rent increase, research into a new PHT truck, solar upkeep in all shacks, and a continued commitment to school programming. If there are initiatives you would like the Trust to consider, please feel free to reach out to us. In closing, we'd like to extend a formal appreciation to the volunteers listed here who give so generously of their time without any expectation of reward. Finally, we thank our devoted Peaked Hill Trust members who keep the Trust alive and embrace and protect our dune community. Sincerely, Bette Warner, November 2025.